What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and for this one I want to talk about the best heroes to focus at on the early stage of the game. To start with, as you can see here, I have Kyle. Kyle is one of the best ranger unit in this game, and let's take a look at his stats. And here we are guys on Kyle Wong's skill info, and as you can see here at level 5, his basic attack could increase up to 5% attack damage. And for the passive guys, this is what's I think good about this unit as well, is that he uses a weapon that becomes more powerful the longer it's used. So the longer he survives, the better guys for your team. And basic attack cast as a 4-second buff. When this buff stacks 4 times, it enhances basic attacks, increasing their damage on targets by 6% on their current HP, bosses and ships excluded. Alright, and another one would be this special skill, this strategy bulwark, which summons a bulwark 4 meters in front of him that lasts for 8 seconds. Upon summoning, the bulwark stuns the damage targets for 2 seconds. Afterwards, it focuses nearby targets to attack it regular intervals. So it acts like a shield. At the same time, the units or the opponents will be stunned by this special skill. So that's kind of nice, protecting the rest of the team on the opposite side of this shield. And of course, we have the ultimate skill, Gravity Gun, overloads his special rifle, inflicting AoE damage and around the foremost target. So look at this one, the damage could increase up to 15%, and at level 5 the cooldown will be reduced to less than 10 seconds. So that would be nice guys at level 5. So that's our target guys. If you want to focus first on leveling up the skills, I would suggest to focus on the ultimates. Then the next hero to focus at guys is a sniper, which is Shaolin. So let's look at the stats of this hero. So here we are guys on Shaolin's skill info. The basic attack at level 5 increases the basic attack damage by 5%. And the passive skills is, I think, what is special on this unit, because it controls her bioelectric currents for improved accuracy, increases basic attack damage by up to 20% depending on the distance between her and her target. So at level 5, the basic attacks always inflict critical damage. So man, focus on that one. And next guys is the special skill that fires a sniper rifle 3 times in a row, attacking the foremost targets. This skill only affects as many targets as its valid hits, and does not penetrate enemies in the gauntlet. At level 5, deals up to 20% more damage to farther away targets. And next one is the ultimate skill that fires a bullet imbued with a special power, inflicting AoE damage. This bullet causes rear blast that knocks enemies backwards. And at level 5, valid hits would be increased by 1. And for the third one guys is young Harim. I'm about to get her though here on this event, but it's not advisable guys to do what I have done here, to spend 147 of my chances, and now I would be spending 3 more just to get her. So if you're lucky to have her at you know, the first roll, that would be nice. But for me, I need this unit so badly because she could carry the team up to the later stage of the game. So yeah, let's get her. Yeah baby, this would be for sure guys. Alright, let's do it, let's do it. Yes, so we got young Harim. Wow, let's look at her. Now guys, here she is. She is a supporter, ground type, and all around attack. And let's look at her skills. So the basic skill fires a machine gun for 5 seconds at targets in the distance or in the air. and swings a sword at nearby targets, inflicting AoE damage. At level 5, the basic attack would increase by 5%. And for the passive skill, summons friends whose appearance is enough to demotivate the enemy. Basic attacks decreases their target's attack by 10% for 5 seconds. So she debuffs the enemy. That's great. For level 5 passive effect, also it decreases enemies attack speed by 10%. Check that out, guys. Wow, what a nice support, I guess. And for the special skill, summons a bear that supports her with magic, creates a barrier equal to 15% HP around all allies within range, and increases their skill haste by 20% for 10 seconds. And at level 5, the skill haste could increase up to 40%. Wow, that's crazy, guys. And then for the ultimate, we have summons all her friends for an all-out attack, increases all allies attack by 20% for 15 seconds, and inflicts AoE damage on enemies and decreases their skill haste by 20% for 15 seconds. And at level 5, restores all allies HP by 20% when cast, excluding herself. Wow. Man, what could you ask for a support? So that's why she is a very good support on the early stage and up to the late stage of this game. And for the fourth one, guys, it is Shinjiya. You could have this hero at the end of chapter 1 on the mainstream operations. And what's good about this hero is that she summons 2 clones of herself. That is like increasing your DPS, right? So let's look at her basic skill. Uses a special rifle that she receives from her company to attack. At level 5, the basic attack damage should increase 5%, and uses her excellent leadership to energize her allies, increases attack speed by 7% for her all allies. So this is kinda a support skill as well. And at level 5, crit stats plus 200 added to passive buff. And for the special skill, this is what I love about this unit, is that she uses an augmented reality device that summons up to 2 clones with 70% of her HP and attack, and inflicts AoE damage in front. Clones deliver enhanced attacks, the equivalent of special skills, every 12 seconds, and can't be healed. At level 5, permanent damage taken less than 10%, and then when used up to 30%. And we have the ultimate skill. She fires her company's proprietary counter bullets with her rifle, knocking the foremost target and surrounding enemies backward with damage. And at level 5, the cooldown would decrease by 10 seconds. So that's nice. So that's Shinjiya. The next unit, guys, is de Chevalier. Did I say that correctly? But anyway, she's a very good attacker, guys, because of her passive skills. The Sword of Light cast a blessing on her, cast a barrier equal to 25% of max HP when deployed, and inflicts true damage with all attacks for this barrier's duration. And as well as the basic attack, swings her sword, moves forward, inflicting AoE damage. And of course, the special skill creates a blade of light out of her sword, inflicting AoE damage, increases damage resist by 15% for 10 seconds when cast. At level 5, buffs also increases attack by 15%. And for the ultimate skill, we have discharges her sword's energy at once, inflicting AoE damage. Also cancels barriers around enemies to inflict damage. So that's what's nice about de Chevalier. Alright. Chevalier. Oh my goodness. By the way, guys, I would be dividing this content into 4 parts, which would be focusing on the other types of units. The next hero, guys, is Gayun. You could have her in this event right here. Now, guys, let's look at her stats. For the basic attack, she fires a pistol at the foremost targets. At level 5, this would increase up to 5%. And for the passive skill, After every third basic attack, she delivers an enhanced attack, inflicting AoE damage on and around her targets. Also decreases the target's attack speed by 10% for 4 seconds. And at level 5, attack speed would be decreased by 20% instead. And for the special skill, dodges backward and fires an energy bomb, inflicting AoE damage on and around the foremost targets. Stuns targets for 1 second. And for level 5, the duration of the stun would increase by 1 second. And for the ultimate skill, fires projectile that quickly hits multiple enemies several times, inflicting AoE damage. Passive decreases ultimate skill cooldown by 2 seconds. So this is what's nice about this unit. And the next one, guys, is So Yun. Let's look at her stats. The basic attack fires a gun at a target. Last attacks inflict AoE damage on and around the foremost target. And for the passive, shows what she can do as the spunky leader of the new squad. Increases attack by 20% for 10 seconds for all allies on the field when deployed. So she also buffs her team up. And for the special skill, fires multiple grenades, knocking enemies backward with AoE damage. Decreases enemy attack speed by 20% for 10 seconds. And at level 5, the additional enemy defense will decrease by 20% for 10 seconds. And for the ultimate skill, fires all the weapons at her team's uses, inflicting AoE damage. So at level 5, the valid hits would increase by 1. And for the last hero to focus at, guys, is Elizabeth Pendragon. And let's look at her stats. For the basic skill, throw several daggers at a target. And for the passive skill, creates and throw knives to keep enemies at bay. Inflicts AoE damage on her deployment spot and then moves back. For at level 5, passive attack damage plus 50%. And for the special skill, repeatedly throws knives, inflicting AoE damage. This skill only affects as many targets as its valid hits, and decreases damage taken by 50% for its duration. Valid hits, we have 3. At level 5, it would be plus 1. Damage taken would decrease 80% for skill duration instead. And for the ultimate skill, we have materializes her family's heirloom sword on her nearby target, inflicting AoE damage, stuns the target for 5 seconds. Check that out, guys. 5 seconds. And at level 5, skill always inflicts critical damage. Now, on the next video, I would focus on the SR heroes. I hope I was able to help you with this video. If you want to see more of this one, please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel. With that, till next time, bye-bye!